guys, welcome back to my channel. Look, here's Betty. So I assume that a lot of you may already know that I am a super big Harry Potter fan. Many people already know that J.K. Rowling is releasing her new novel called The ICKABOG in like November or something. And I'm like super excited, but I've already read the whole story. It's all really good. The most important part is that there is an illustration competition going on.
And that's where I come in. So there's this illustration competition, but the artworks are already chosen and I've seen all of them. It's all really, really good. They're all really, really talented.
And unfortunately, I live in China, so I couldn't officially join the competition, but I still drew like 20 of the ICKABOG Illustrations. I just drew them for fun because I really like story and I obviously am a huge fan of J.K. Rowling. So J.K. Rowling, small chance if you're watching this, I just want to say that I hope you see all my artworks and I really want to thank you for your comment on my 2 artworks that I did. It's really, really nice. Thank you. My dad have this Twitter page that he posts all of my ICKABOG drawings plus like time lapses of the making of the drawing, so it's like just me drawing the picture in a time lapse. So I really hope you can go and check that out. I'll link it down in the description below. So
let me show you my ICKABOG illustrations. So I'm actually like really proud that I did this. Like these so many drawings of ICKABOGs that I did. I did 19 drawings plus a cover. So these are just the printed versions of it since we don't want to ruin the original versions. But today I'm going to show you my original versions and it's right here. Under this masterpiece Harry Potter thing. So these are all the original pictures which I'm going to share to you.
So this is definitely a masterpiece. This is King Fred the Fearless himself, the King of Cornucopia, which is the country featured in the ICKABOG. And he have like rich golden hair and he also wears like this fancy shirt and crown, and he is called Fearless because Fearless kind of matches his name Fred. This is Lady Eslanda. She really likes books and she is actually a beautiful lady with dark hair. She actually is in love with a person called Captain Goodfellow, but unfortunately I didn't draw him, but I'm actually like really satisfied like how Lady Eslanda turned out. This is the ICKABOG himself, my 3rd drawing of the ICKABOGs. So this is not the real ICKABOG. This is only the ICKABOG from my imagination because this is like what I think he looks like. So you might have a different opinion. So to me, he is like this fluffy, cute creature instead of this fierce dragon or something. This is the house with black drapes over its doors and windows because like there have been like a sudden death of Miss Dovetail. So like the person who lives in this house, Daisy, and her father moved out. So it's covered like in black drapes and no one's living in it anymore. But actually I drew this as like a rather lovely house than a scary one. This is Lord Spittleworth. He is actually the villain of the story. He is like very cunning but he is also like very clever like a fox. This is Lord Flapoon. He is a follower of Lord Spittleworth, and I forgot to mention in the last picture they all served King Fred, so they were like the lords, and so they gives advices to the king. This is Daisy Dovetail. I think she is sort of like a very nice little girl. She always wears like overalls, so I didn't draw overalls in this picture. And she is actually really smart at the end of the story. She helps the ICKABOG a lot at the end of the story. And she is also like very kind, and I also drew like many Daisy as the background because her name is Daisy, so like yeah, this is Daisy Dovetail. This is Lord Spittleworth on his horse. So this is what happened. This is like King Fred and him and Lord Flapoon all went to like the marshlands to find the ICKABOG because like there are a lot of rumors that it exists. So they were like setting out to find them, and this is him on his horse in the fields. This is the peacock of the palace courtyard because there is a lot of peacocks at the palace courtyard, so I just drew like one of the peacocks from there. This fancy looking weapon is King Fred's jeweled sword because it have a jeweled hilt, which is very fancy. I drew it. And so he kind of lost his sword at the marsh when he thinks that he encountered the ICKABOG. So I just drew this like a transparent ICKABOG, like a ghost over here, because he is not sure if he's seen it or not. So I'm just gonna draw like transparent and just a red background. This is the statue of Nobby Buttons. Nobby Buttons is a person that like Lord Spittleworth invented because he lied about encountering the ICKABOG, and he just made up this little heroic boy who fought and died when fighting with the ICKABOG. So to make people trust him more, he like made a statue of Nobby Buttons. This scary looking lady is called Grunter. I think she looks kind of like a witch in a common perspective, and she always wears like these clothes and a silver cane, and there's also dots on her face, which I find like pretty funny. And she also is the head of the orphanage at Cornucopia and really desires a lot of money. These are some houses in Cornucopia covered in flags and signs because the whole ICKABOG event made them like trust Lord Spittleworth and the king even more, so they like have signs like this and down with the ICKABOG, up with the king, anti-ICKABOG things, and ICKABOG tax and stuff. And these are, I have like a little hint here, which is like 4 flags that represent the 4 Hogwarts houses, though I know that the ICKABOG have nothing to do with Harry Potter, but I just thought it would be fun to draw them there since I'm a huge fan. This is a sort of a special one. This is a gigantic wooden foot made by Mr. Dovetail, Daisy's father. So Spittleworth, like to make people believe in the ICKABOG even more, he uses this foot to make footprints on the ground. So he held Mr. Dovetail captive to make him construct these wooden foots. And so I drew some shadows here just for fun. It's not actually the ICKABOG, but this is for fun, and I think this picture is really unique. So this is sort of a very touching scene because Mr. Dovetail is working with Spittleworth, so Daisy have to go in the orphanage since her mother died too. So she always looks up at the moon and wonders if her father is still alive or not. So I just drew his father. This might look like the ICKABOG, but it's not. I meant to draw her father holding a daisy for his daughter. So this is sort of a very touching picture. Because Spittleworth sounds very fake, so Bert Beamish, which is another little boy from Cornucopia, told his mother the truth that Spittleworth was lying. So this is Mrs Beamish hiding behind the curtains, trying to inform the king of Spittleworth's lies. So this is just her hiding behind the curtains in the palace. So these are happy prisoners cooking pastries. So they're cooking pastries for Mrs. Beamish, who thought this was a good plan to make them happy. So these are just happy prisoners, and I don't know why this dog is here. Maybe just for decoration. And it's snowing outside, and these are the very good pastries. Behold. This is the real Ickabog. I'm sorry if I spoiled this to you, but this is actually how the Ickabog looks like. Many people imagines the Ickabog very scary looking, like dragons and other monsters, but I thought it was fluffy and cute, and it turned out that they're and they are fluffy and cute and actually have green fur, so, and very big eyes, and they live in like caves in the marshlands, and they also eat mushrooms, so I just drew a lot of mushrooms here. This is my last official drawings for the topics of the ICKABOG, and I'm actually really proud of it. It's like really epic. So it's Captain Goodfellow and Lady Eslanda's wedding. So I don't know why I drew pebbles instead of a red carpet, but I don't know what I was thinking. And I also drew these flags and some people here watching. So I know that none of the topics from the ICKABOG says that we have to draw a cover, but I thought it would be fun to draw a cover of the ICKABOG. So this is the cover I designed. They actually already like revealed which cover to use, but I just thought it would be fun to draw one myself. So these are the ICKABOG and her daughter or son, I forgot, and these are like Spittleworth, a villain, and the moon, and swords, flags, also mushrooms, and the main characters, and some windows and footprints and stuff. So this is the drawing the wraps of my 20 ICKABOG drawings.
So that's it for Jill's ICKABOG drawings. I really hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please just give this video a like and also subscribe to Jill's channel. She would really appreciate it if you did, and